Hexagram 17 followers, interpreted and introduced to you by James Bird. There it is. Please subscribe to our channel. And again, this is the introduction to Hexagram 17 followers by James Bird. I must ask first that you do subscribe to our channel. Many thanks. The Oracle. Name and trigram. Hexagram 17 is known as Sewer, which translates to follower. Lower trigram, shake, thunder. The upper trigram is lake or marsh. Marshal with thunder. The judgment. Following leads to supreme success. Following leads to supreme success. Perseverance is somewhat beneficial. There are currently no disruptions in the air indicated favorable sign. The sign of the great sacrifice. The image with the lake positioned above thunder, we, we visualize the concept of following. Consequently, the superior man at nightfall retreats indoors to rest and rejuvenate. Interpretation, my interpretation. Following. Following is not merely a passive act. It embodies a strategic alignment with a path, an individual, or a principle. This hexagram encourages us to choose to follow, not from weakness, but with intention. It is reflected in the choice to temporarily set aside one's ego or personal ambition for the sake of a greater good or collective advancement. Consider this. Consider an individual with immense potential who, instead of asserting control, prematurely surrenders to the rhythm of mentorship, discipline, and trust. In doing so, they adhere to a sacred pattern guided by their inner spirit, akin to the macabre. carbon, 6-pointed image, always dedicated, always directed toward our purpose, our God. At times, effective leadership involves stepping back and embracing humility. Just like in the film Remo Williams, the master Cho assumes a subordinate role, not due to inferiority, but because true guidance necessitates service. This exemplifies the essence of following. We do not follow blindly, rather, we align ourselves with that which possesses integrity, which refines and challenges us. Remember, in darkness, the superior man rests not in defeat, but in preparation. Oracle, aim and trigrams, hexagram 17 years sewer, meaning following. Lower trigram, shake, thunder. Upper trigram, joy, lake, or marsh. Judgment, following brings supreme success. Perseverance, furthers. No disruptions at the moment. A favorable sign, the sign of the great sacrifice. Image, the lake is above thunder. This forms the image of following. Thus, the superior man at night withdraws indoors to rest and replenish. And, welcome to our warm engagement. Let's delve into the essence of hexagram 17, known as soar, meaning following. At the core, at its core, this hexagram is symbolized by two trigrams. The lower trigram, Zen, representing shake or thunder, and the upper trigram, door, which stands for joy, lake, or marsh. This combination creates a dynamic yet harmonious image. Now, let's consider the judgment statement. What does it mean? It goes, following brings supreme success, perseverance furthers. This phrase suggests that true success comes not from immediate action, but from persistence and strategic strategic patience. This is a favorite sign referred to as the sign of the great sacrifice. With this idea here is that by following, we align ourselves with a greater purpose or principle. Elevate yourself to other standards. Finally, the image provided is quite vivid. The lake is above thunder. This imagery encourages the superior man to retreat and replenish at nightfall. It's a reminder that sometimes stepping back to rest and reflect is as crucial as active pursuit. That is. I want to conclude with a reflective phrase, and it goes, in this way, following is not just passive compliance. And it goes on to say, it's a conscious, strategic choice to align with something greater, preparing us for future leadership and success. Interpretation, my interpretation, following. Following is not passive. Imagine a person with a great potential who, rather than assert control too early, submits to the rhythm of mentorship, discipline, and trust. Leadership sometimes means stepping back, as in the example we're going to give today. Okay, more on the interpretation of hexagram 17, following. Let's start by understanding that following isn't about passively going along. It's about making a strategic choice to align with a path, person, or principle. Think of it as choosing to follow with intention, not out of weakness. Imagine someone with immense potential. Instead of taking control too soon, they embrace the rhythm of mentorship, discipline, and trust. This choice to follow a sacred pattern guided by an inner spirit leads them towards their true purpose. Leadership at times requires us to step back. Consider the example from Remo Williams. The master humbles himself not because he feels inferior, but to uplift the student. This is the essence of following, choosing to elevate others through intentional guidance and support. By understanding this, we unlock the true power of leadership through followers. Now, moving right along to the next section, we talk about application insight. Application insight. Consider how this hexagram applies to our business practices. That is application insight. This is a moment for listening and realigning our own core purpose. Sometimes it means setting aside personal ego for greater good of the team or mission. The key elements we are talking here are mentorship and succession planning. That is succession planning. By fostering a culture of principled loyalty, we ensure that leadership is not about wielding power, but about guiding others to their true potential. Remember this, a truly wise leader follows first, so they can be genuinely followed later. The emphasis is on truly followed later, greater impact. Let's take a moment to think about how we can apply these insights in our own roles. Next up, don't forget to subscribe now. Talking about the Tower of Christmas. We'll be talking about that next up. Drawing up plans now to give a presentation on Tower of Christmas. Let's delve into the Tower of Christmas. This concept beautifully bridges Eastern philosophy with Western tradition. At its heart, it suggests that the spirit of Christmas can be seen through the lens of Taoism, emphasizing harmony, balance, and simplicity. As we explore this intersection, consider how Christmas traditions might align with the Taoist principles. Think about the spirit of giving without expectations, the joy found in simple moments, and the peace that comes from being present, just being there. We're not just looking at holiday, we're exploring a way of being that transcends cultural boundaries. The emphasis is on connection. This approach invites us to see the universal values that connect us all. I now want to encourage you to reflect on this. Let's take a moment to reflect on how these themes resonate in our own lives, especially during the holiday season. What elements of the Tao can we incorporate into our celebrations? Again, please subscribe. Many thanks.